Law of the bedroom number 128. Guys, we need to hold her hands when we make love to her. Yeah. Hold her hands. Search for them. Seek them out. Hold them tight. Clasp those hands and those fingers together. Make that bond with her every time you make love together. You know, when you're on top of her, and instead of like positioning and holding yourself up, supporting yourself with your hands on the bed, reach for her hands. Grab each one of them and gently position and support yourself while you're holding her hands. She loves the concept of you pinning her down like that. You've got her hands kind of like you're wrestling, and she's down underneath you and you're above her, but you've got those hands clasped and she feels like she's being pinned. That's kind of like a really awesome, sexy, aggressive stance for you to be in, when making love to her. You're inside her, her legs are spread. She has her hands kind of spread out and they're being clasped and held by you. That's sexy. There are other times when you're making love to her, when you can grab her hand and hold it. Law of the bedroom number 128. Hold her hands when you make love to her. Remember that other law of the bedroom? Hold her hand as often as you can. Well, that's outside the bedroom. You're walking through the parking lot. You're walking down the street. You're walking through a store. Hold her hand as often as you can. This is really important for her psyche. Lets her know you care. You're protecting her. You're thinking of her all that time because you're holding her. And then when you're in bed together, whether you're just laying there side by side, facing each other, chest to breast, and you're making out, grab her hand and clasp it. Do it more often than you think you do or you normally do, or observe. Wow, Bart, last night I remembered this and I actually found myself holding her hand more because I never really did it before. I never thought about it. I put my hand on her hips, her back, her waist, different areas, but I never thought to reach out and find her hand, seek her hand, and then hold her hand, clasp it, and clasp both hands while just kissing her and making out with her naked. That's really cool. Again, it shows that care and that bond. There's something magical about the hands, unlike any other part of the body. Here's an example. When somebody's feeling down or they're feeling bad, or, whether it's health or mental, what do? Do you go and put your leg around them? No. Do you take your elbow and put your elbow on their shoulder? No. What do? You take your hand and you put your hand on their shoulder. Maybe you put your arm around them, but you put your hand on their shoulder. You put your hand on their back. When somebody has a fever, what do? Do you put your knee up against their forehead? No. You put your hand on their forehead. If you didn't know this, have you ever heard of palming your eyes? If you ever have blurry eyes, or your eyes are, red, or they feel kind of burning, kind of like that sensation a little bit, but like I said, blurry a little bit. Try this maneuver. Take the palms of your hands and take your palms and place your palms over your eyes. So your hand is almost cupping your eye. And each hand is covering one eye, one hand per eye. But I want you to palm your eyes and hold it there for like at least a minute, maybe 2. It can feel a little awkward and tiresome with your arms. And if you want to, you can lie down on the bed or the floor on your stomach, and then you could put your elbows on the floor, and then that'll kind of allow you to kind of support this form, of your hands and palms on your eyes. The point is, the hands have this healing power that when you put them on your eyes and you hold them down after about a minute or so, and I'm doing it right now myself, and as you release the palm from your eye, go try to read something. Go try to look at words. If they were a little blurry before, they might seem a little more clear. It's very interesting. We should be palming our eyes every morning, once in the afternoon and once at night. We should be doing that. I'm going to start doing that myself. I'm going to palm my eyes when I'm laying in bed in the morning for like 1 minute or 2. And then in the middle of the day and then at night. So that's 3 times a day. And palm them for like a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. 3 minutes max. That's all you need. But it's amazing how your hands and your palms can do that for your eyes. I have no idea what's really going on when you palm your eyes. I've just heard this before from eye experts. And I think it's that you're actually palming the surface around your eyes and you're allowing blood flow to kind of go in that area. That's my guess as to what's going on. But it's harmless and it actually is very, very cool. They used to say nurses, when they're, or actually anybody really, when they're sitting with a patient and the patient is worried, what do? They take their hand and they put it on the patient's hand or their arm, their forearm, and say, hey, it's going to be okay. That hand touching that person is amazing. And that's why, guys, I brought this into Loss of the Bedroom. You have no idea how powerful the hand is to hold her. Whether you're kissing her or making love, just don't hold her body. You can hold her body with one arm, but then with one free hand, insist that you grab her hand and you find it and you hold it. And you hold her hand as often as you can, and especially when you're naked with her and you're making love, hold her hand. Good stuff. She's going to love it.